Have you ever felt like there's something magical about your thoughts? Like, maybe if you really focused on a dream, you could tilt reality just enough to make that dream come true. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most overlooked superpowers we all have: focused attention, and we'll see how ancient wisdom and modern science both point to one stunning conclusion: we shape our reality more than we realize. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have practical tips and a powerful meditation routine to harness this hidden ability in your own life. Let's start with a question: why do some people seem to effortlessly attract what they want, while others struggle? Is it luck, hard work, or is there something else at play? Think of your mind like a spotlight on a theater stage. Most of the time, that spotlight zips around, jumping from one thought to another: bills to pay, errands to run, that half-remembered conversation from yesterday. Our attention rarely settles on any one thought long enough to illuminate it in detail. But every now and then, someone steps into the spotlight and stands there with total calm, letting the brilliance of focus shine on their intentions. Suddenly, new opportunities or ideas seem to pop out of nowhere, almost as if reality itself starts rearranging to fit that desire. People have called this phenomenon by many names: synchronicity, manifestation, or even pure luck. Yet when you peel back the layers, you'll see a common thread. They're harnessing the power of a concentrated mind. If we journey back to ancient civilizations: Egypt, India, China, we find scrolls, sutras, and teachings that all hint at one central theme: our mind is like a lens that can focus energy. In India's yogic tradition, texts like the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali detail a process known as Samyama, where concentration, dharana, meditation, dhyana, and absorption, samadhi, fuse to shape not just your inner landscape, but also the outer world. It's almost like taking a magnifying glass to the sun's rays. Normally, those rays just provide warmth, but channel them through a magnifying glass, and they can light a fire. Ancient yogis believed that when you aim your mental magnifying glass at a single point, an idea, an intention, a goal, you ignite the spark of creation. These practices might sound mystical, but they're more accessible than you think. After all, many of us have had those in the zone moments, maybe playing a sport, practicing an instrument, or even losing ourselves in a favorite hobby where everything clicks into place in time, seems to fade. That, in a nutshell, is what the ancient texts refer to: a deep, unbroken focus that unlocks something extraordinary within us. But don't just take the yogi's word for it. Modern science, especially in fields like quantum physics, has started to echo these ancient ideas. On a subatomic level, particles aren't quite as solid as we once believed. They're more like probabilities, little waves of potential that become more definite when observed. If that sounds confusing, here's a simple way to picture it. Imagine reality is an ocean of countless waves, each wave representing a possible outcome. Your focused attention is like choosing which wave to surf. The instant you decide to ride wave A instead of wave B, you collapse that potential into something tangible, like actually standing on your board and catching that wave to shore. This principle even appears in studies about quantum entanglement. Two particles become entangled, and whatever happens to one can instantly affect the other, no matter the distance between them. It's a mind-boggling concept, but it suggests that everything in our universe might be more interlinked than we realize. Ancient seers said the same thing. We are all connected, and that web of energy can be tuned by thought, intent, or focused attention. All right, so how do we apply this in everyday life? It's great to talk about waves of potential and ancient sutras, but how does that help you land your dream job, find deeper love, or cultivate better health? It all starts with understanding that everything is energy. The device you're watching this on, the walls of your room, your own body zoom in enough, and it's just vibrating strings of energy. Once you accept that you're not separate from the world, but part of this energetic tapestry, your perspective changes. Suddenly, focusing your thoughts becomes a way of directly interacting with reality's blueprint. Rather than feeling like life happens to you, you realize you can nudge the cosmic currents in your favor. Ancient traditions referred to this cosmic force in different ways: prana in India, chi in China, ki in Japan. No matter the name, the concept remains the same. There's a life force you can learn to flow with, rather than against. You've probably heard of the law of attraction, like attracts like. In simple terms, if you're constantly radiating doom and gloom thoughts, life tends to mirror those vibes right back. If, on the other hand, you direct your thoughts toward gratitude, joy, and abundance, you start noticing more reasons to be grateful, joyful, and abundant. But there's another powerful principle called the law of assumption, popularized by Neville Goddard. It tells us that instead of waiting around for proof that your manifestation is on its way, you assume the feeling of having it right now. Pretend you already got that promotion. Act like you're already in that loving relationship. Feel the confidence of vibrant health, even if you're dealing with an illness. By assuming it as truth, you shift your mindset and your energy to match your desired outcome. It's like setting the thermostat in your house. Once you lock in the temperature, say, a cozy 72 if the system starts working to bring the environment to that level. By setting the thermostat of your mind to a certain frequency of thought and feeling, you're calibrating your reality so that it reorganizes itself around that intention. Now, let's talk about something that trips us up all the time: distractions. Our attention is constantly under siege from smartphone notifications, social media feeds, and endless streaming services. We scroll, we swipe, we tap, and before we know it, half the day is gone, and our mental energy is scattered like confetti in a whirlwind. Why is this a problem? Because focused attention is a finite resource. Every time you jump from one stimulus to another, it's like taking that magnificent spotlight we mentioned earlier and flicking it on and off repeatedly. Instead of beaming a strong light that can illuminate and heat up your goal, it just flashes erratically in the dark. Marketers and tech companies know how valuable your attention is. That's why so many apps and platforms are designed to keep you scrolling. It's not inherently evil. Entertainment and connection have their place, but if you never consciously decide where to invest your attention, you're giving away your power to shape reality. It's like letting random passersby spin the wheel of your life's direction. Before you get overwhelmed, remember, you don't need to banish technology or live in a cave to reclaim your attention. Small, intentional habits can make a massive difference. Here are a few. Intentional breathing. A well-known approach is something called box breathing, where you inhale for a count of 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold again for 4. This rhythmic pattern calms your nervous system, clears mental chatter, and primes you for deeper focus. Scheduled distraction times. It might sound weird, but set aside a specific window, say 15 minutes in the evening, to indulge in mindless scrolling or TikTok videos. Knowing you have that permission slip coming can reduce impulsive phone checks during the day. Micro meditations. Rather than feeling pressured to sit for 30 minutes, try 2-minute meditations throughout the day. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and bring your mind back to your central goal or intention. These mini resets keep your spotlight bright and centered. Physical activity, even a short walk, can do wonders. Movement helps circulate energy through your body. Think of it like shaking up a snow globe. After the walk, the swirling settles and your clarity returns. Now that we've got the basics, let's talk application. We all have dreams: better relationships, fulfilling careers, robust health, or just the peace of mind to enjoy life. Focused attention is the thread that ties all these aspirations together. When you zero in on a vision, you feed it energy, giving it more momentum to become real. It's kind of like planting a seed. You can't just drop it in the dirt and hope for the best. You water it, ensure it gets sunlight, protect it from harsh elements. Your focused attention is the water and sunshine. The more you nourish your seed with genuine belief and consistent action, the stronger it grows. Ancient shamans, for instance, would drum for hours, chant, dance, and enter trance states to channel their intention. To onlookers, it might seem bizarre, but in reality, they were laser focusing their consciousness on a single goal, whether it was rain for crops or healing for a sick tribe member. Their rituals, repetitive motions, and unwavering belief all combined to amplify that intention. Today, we might not drum in the living room for hours, but the principle remains. Ritual in the form of consistent meditation, journaling, or even a deliberate morning routine helps you keep your mental lens pointed at what matters most. Your dance might be writing down your goal every morning or visualizing a specific outcome each night before bed. The key is to consistently fire up that mental magnifying glass. So, you're focusing your attention, cultivating good habits, and maybe you've started noticing small shifts. But there's a big piece of the puzzle we still need to address: beliefs. The reason so many people struggle to manifest their desires is because they carry around deep-seated doubts or limiting beliefs. It's like setting your thermostat to 72°F, but leaving a window wide open in the middle of winter. The system is trying to heat the place, but the outside chill keeps rushing in. If you keep telling yourself, "I'll never succeed," or "I don't deserve good things," that's a massive energy leak. No matter how diligently you focus on your goals, that self-sabotaging belief can pull the rug right out from under you. So, how do you fix it? Awareness. Pay attention to that little voice in your head. When a negative phrase pops up, gently question it. Is this really true? Where's the evidence? Reprogramming. Replace unhelpful thoughts with empowering affirmations. It might feel awkward at first, like wearing someone else's shoes, but over time, the new thoughts fit comfortably. Celebrate small wins. Each time you see even a minor improvement, acknowledge it. This trains your brain to look for evidence that your positive beliefs are correct. To wrap up, I want to share a practice you can do right now, something inspired by the combination of ancient focus techniques and modern breathwork. It will help you center your mind and launch your day or evening with a surge of positive energy. Set the scene. Find a quiet spot. You can light a candle if you like. It's a simple yet powerful focal point. Sit comfortably, keeping your spine tall but not rigid. Breathing reset, optional. Try a round of deep, rhythmic breathing inhale through your nose for about 2-3 seconds. Exhale through your mouth for the same count. Do this 10 times to settle your nerves. Focus on the flame or another object. Fix your gaze on the candle's flame or a specific point on the wall if you prefer. Notice its colors, the tiny movements, how it flickers and dances. If any thoughts pop up like your to-do list or worries, imagine them drifting away like leaves on a stream. Bring your attention back to the flame. Visualization. After about a minute or two of this steady focus, gently close your eyes. Picture yourself living out a goal or dream you hold dear. Maybe it's giving a presentation with confidence, traveling somewhere amazing, or enjoying a loving relationship. Feel the joy, the warmth in your heart, the thrill in your body. Let that emotion seep into every cell. Assume it's already done now. In your mind's eye, know this vision is real. Live in that space for another minute or two. If your mind wanders, it's okay, just softly guide it back. When you open your eyes, linger in that sense of accomplishment. Carry it with you like a secret treasure. This mini ritual might only take 5 minutes, but it's a potent way to align your thoughts, emotions, and energy. The candle flame, or chosen object, helps you practice unwavering focus, and the visualization cements your intentions into your subconscious. Remember, manifesting your desires also requires consistent energy. How do you maintain it? Avoid energy drains. Constantly checking social media, schedule it in bursts so your mind isn't perpetually scattered. Negative self-talk. Flip the script. You're the narrator of your own life. Choose uplifting storylines. Burnout from lack of rest. Sleep is non-negotiable. Think of it as recharging your personal battery so you can shine brighter tomorrow. If you slip back into old habits, no big deal. Change takes time. Just recognize when you've drifted, refocus, and keep moving forward. As you do, you'll notice that your external world starts to shift too, sometimes in the tiniest of ways, sometimes more dramatically. Here's the bottom line: you have more power to shape your world than you were ever taught to believe. Focused attention is the bridge between imagining a better life and actually living it. Ancient yogis, shamans, and modern scientists each highlight different facets of the same incredible diamond. The mind isn't just a passive observer of reality, it's an active participant. Think of your intentions as seeds, your focused attention as the sunlight, and your belief system as the soil. When these three line up: seed, sunlight, soil, growth becomes inevitable. And the best part? This isn't reserved for a special few. We all have a seat at this cosmic potter's wheel, molding the clay of our existence with each thought, each breath, each moment of focus. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope you feel inspired to reclaim the spotlight of your own mind, direct it where you want, and let it illuminate a path toward the life you genuinely wish to live. If you try out the candle exercise or any other method discussed here, please share your experiences, because your insights might just spark a breakthrough for someone else watching. So, here's to unlocking the power of your mind, one breath, one thought, and one shining beam of attention at a time. Keep aiming that spotlight on your dreams and watch how reality begins to shift in your favor. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay curious and keep shining.